guys, so we have an urgent breaking news coming out. A large-scale aerial exercise happening off South Carolina and Georgia down to northern Bahamas. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. These are very important news. I do believe that all this is related to the situation going down in the Caribbean of Venezuela. December 9th, 2025. Airspace reservation over the Gulf of Mexico, Miami, from 8:30 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. up to FL 290 could be intended for bomber aviation or military flight operations. Attention, keep your eyes open. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. It says here that's almost between Cuba and Mexico airspace. All right, so there's a possibility some military exercise. At the same time, we did talk about those F-16s. I think there were like 4 F-16 that were scrambled out there near D.C. area. And we did talk about the Doomsday plane that ended up disappearing over the Atlantic. They possibly turned off the transponder. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. I'm finding all these information here I want to share with you. A large-scale military aerial exercise is scheduled to take place off the coast of South Carolina and Georgia down to the northern Bahamas from December 12 through the 14, 2025. The daily between 1700 and these are a time frame if I'm not mistaken. The exercise involves a reservation of airspace from Florida, I think, FL 240 to FL 300 within the W140A through E warning areas. So here's the key details. Location. The warning areas, west 148 through east, are located over international or domestic waters extending outward from the U.S. coast. Time. The temporary flight restriction will be active during the specified times from December 12 to the 14, 2025. Purpose. Warning areas are established to alert non-participating pilots of personally hazardous activity, in this case, a large-scale military exercise. Once again, I'm not saying there's going to be some kind of military strike going on in Venezuela. I do believe that this could be more of a military exercise. But again, keep your eyes open mid-December. All right, so around the 12th, around there. Impact on non-participating aircraft. Non-participating pilots should exercise extreme caution when flying in or near these areas. Now, pilots who do not adhere to the special security requirements in a NOTAM may face interception, detention, or Federal Aviation Administration enforcement actions, including civil penalties. Woo! It's about time. Sometimes these pilots, they love to kind of provoke. And again, you guys already know it happened to Mar-a-Lago many times. That's Donald residency. Pilots and aircrews should always check current Federal Aviation Administration NOTAMs or NOTAMs frequently for the most up-to-date information before flight planning, as NOTAM provide time-critical information regarding abnormal status of the National Airspace System. All right, so give me a second here, guys. So yes, a major U.S. Navy and Marine Corps exercise, large-scale exercise 2025, is happening globally in 2025, involving complex war-fighting drills, including coastal activity like those near the Carolinas. Again, we just mentioned that South Carolina, South and possibly North Carolina, and Bahamas, integrating international allies Canada, Japan, NATO, to test advanced naval concepts and readiness for simultaneous global crisis from mid to late 2025 into early 2026, with specific East Coast phases testing amphibious operation and logistic. Man, I've never seen so many military exercise. I mean, we heard about it many times in other countries, the Black Sea, China, the South China Sea, or Mediterranean, or all those other regions. But this is happening here in the East Coast, and it's happening a lot, especially in the Caribbean. You got all them ships and Gerald Ford and the nuclear submarine and PA Poseidon and F-18s, the F-16, and B-50. I mean, I could go on and on. All right, so it says here, the key details. What is it? LSE 2025, excuse me, it's the U.S. Navy's largest, most comprehensive global exercise focusing on joint operation across 22 time zones and multiple crises. When? It's a year-long series of events with specific phases happening throughout 2025. Where? East Coast. There you go. The East Coast. Activity includes South Carolina, Georgia, down to the Bahamas, testing concept like literal warfare and expeditionary bases. So who's involved? U.S. Navy, Marine Corps, and international partners like Canada, Japan, and NATO. Man, buckle up. It's gonna be a wild ride. By the time we close 2025, 2026 is gonna be big. So what they're doing? Well, rehearsing WWE3. I'm kidding, guys. Rehearsing advanced warfighting, contested logistics, coordinating maritime operations centers, and integrating Marine Air Ground Task Force. So just in case, I guess they're preparing for worst case scenario, if we strike Venezuela. Again, Venezuela has allies. I mean, with Colombia, and then you have Russia and China, and we need to protect our East Coast. So it says here why it matters. It tests the Navy's ability to coordinate globally and respond to complex, simultaneous conflicts. It strengthens interoperability with allies for future challenges, says Vice Administration John. So again, like I say, guys, it's just worst case scenario. It seems like we're preparing just in case Venezuela. But I want to show you something really quick here. Many of you did not receive the notification. The platform does not send out late night notifications. But I want to bring... where is it? Give me a second here, guys. Alright, so you got to pay attention to all this. You have Defensive War. Pete Hegseth is putting out some very important news here. America is preparing a nuclear leap. The Pentagon lays its cards on the table. The Department Chief, Pete Hegseth, has publicly confirmed that the United States plans to conduct nuclear tests. A lot of exercises going on here, guys. Now, his statements came across as deliberately tough. Pete Hegseth stressed that Washington intends to act on equal footing with other nuclear powers. And we got something similar. We got Japan, but I don't think Japan's a nuclear power. But again, you got NATO nuclear power. All right, so we are basically going to be having NATO, Japan, and Canada doing military exercise starting December 12th. His statement came across as deliberately tough. P. Hegseth stressed that Washington intends to act on equal footing with other nuclear powers. At the same time, the U.S. is launching a full-scale modernization of its entire nuclear triad. This isn't a cosmetic upgrade, but a complete renewal of its strategic forces, from missiles to submarines and aviation. I want to play this video. This is only 39 seconds for those of you that haven't watched this video.
All of this, of course, rests upon the power of our nation's nuclear deterrent, which is the foundation of our nation's defense. Nothing else matters if we don't get this right, and so we will. As President Trump has said, we will modernize our nation's nuclear triad. We will develop additional options to support deterrence and escalation management, and we will never allow this nation to be left vulnerable to nuclear blackmail, even in a world where we face two other major nuclear-armed powers. And we will test nuclear weapons and nuclear delivery systems on an equal basis as others. All of this, of course, rests upon the power of our nation's nuclear deterrent, which is the foundation of our nation.
Okay, so once again, that's Pete Hegseth. Another message. He's been putting out a lot of message. He not too long ago put out a speech, 1 hour speech. It was very long, and basically urging Americans to be prepared for possibly future war. All right, so give me a second here, guys. NORAM ZMA, large-scale area exercises, altitude reservation. Western Atlantic off South Carolina and Georgia to North Bahamas, December 12, December 13, and December 14. Large-scale military flights. Avoid area. Any pilots that violate this, well, you could get in big trouble for it. All right. So there's going to be some exercises going on. Let me see if I can find any more. I'm just looking for some more updates here, guys. But if you can, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Donald just put out this news. This is going to be a little off topic, but he just shared this, and I wanna read this. He just shared it not too long ago. So Donald said, while the United States has other methods of charging tariffs against foreign countries, many of whom have for years taken advantage of our nation, the current method of tariffing before the U.S. Supreme Court is far more direct, less cumbersome, and much faster. All ingredients necessary for a strong and decisive national security result, speed, power, and certainty are, at all times, important factors in getting the job done in a lasting and victorious manner. Man, he used all caps on that one. Man, he's really sending a message. So I have settled 8 wars in 10 months. He loves saying that. He just loves saying that. I have stopped 8 wars in 10 months. Me, I tell you, me. Excuse me. Because of the rights clearly given to the President of the United States. If countries didn't think these rights existed, they would have said so loud and clear. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I have stopped 8 wars. Is it 8? Yeah, 8 wars. But I tell you one thing, he's absolutely right. Foreign nation has been taking advantage. Even within our sleeping giant, many lawlessness took advantage. So it's not only foreigners, but it's also within. So our beloved sleeping giant was being abused left and right, taken advantage. This is the reason why we almost at $40 trillion debt. I mean, my. Okay, so it seems like this is all the information here, guys. Like I said, I would keep you updated with all these strange military activity that's going to. The military orders resident in town of 4 provinces along the Cambodian border to evacuate to shelter. All right, so that's a different news. Yeah, so it seems like this is all the information for now. So major events is going to happen in the East Coast. Yeah, so this is all over here, guys. So again, check out the videos I posted today. I got some more coming up, and I want to thank every single one of you for your support, either to Cash App, Patreon, or PayPal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Your support truly helps out. And again, if you can, like the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless you all. Till next time later. Peace.